we got Malagru, and I mean, obviously,
No, you have Emperor Malagor here, clearly above kings, emperors above kings.
yeah. Don't listen to that.
Oh,
That's a lie.
yeah, it's
You
live
listen
streaming here
more
from
likely.
Earthquake Prone, California.
More likely, you listen to his input, and you're gonna know that he doesn't know nothing. But it's
He's
okay.
jealous.
It's okay.
All right, you talking all the smack, but you're gonna be the one talking the
It's
least.
okay, kid.
All
Josh,
right,
look,
calm down.
Josh,
We
we know that you
just
don't know.
go
Anyways,
with
let's start
this.
with Epic. Let's
Epic what?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
they
start with Epic
then.
Games. What's up, Ray? Well, what's up with Epic Games? What's going
So
on?
yeah, you sure they
No,
said they
go
want a
ahead.
refund.
Well, what's up with Epic Games? No, go ahead. Go,
No,
go
hey,
ahead.
go ahead, man. Go ahead. You want to take the floor?
No,
You
you
want to
want to
show
talk
me
about that
wrong?
smack? You want to talk about that smack? Go ahead. What's Epic Games?
But likely they say, all right, I mean, the publishers, not the publishers itself, but Epic itself is gonna refund money to all those people who
Okay,
are
why?
having a problem with, Shroom 3 moving to the Epic store or
Sure,
And what?
yeah.
Shroom, I don't know,
Shrooms
Shroom
3.
3, Shroom 3, because people wanted to, I guess they wanted to get it from the Steam store, but now they had
Shrooms.
to go get it from the Epic store, and some people want a refund. So Epic say, fine, fine, I'll give you I'll give you the refund. It's not gonna come from the publishers itself, but
That's right.
Epic is giving that to them.
That's right, guys. Pick up Shroom 3 in the crack house this August. anyway, anyway, anyways, so
I think
this is
it's a good move.
Shenmue,
No,
bro.
Shenmue
Shen
3.
Shenmue, I don't know. I don't know the name. I don't know the name.
Shamu,
Shenmue.
Shenmue,
Shomu.
Yeah, look, just get it right. Anyway,
Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
um,
Anyway, on topic.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing for those that back this game up.
Nope.
Is that a good thing?
Nope.
No, I'm
No, it's
pretty sure it's
not.
a
Not
rush
gonna get
game.
Is it a good
feedback?
game? I don't
No,
know.
no, 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 no. Look, so check this out. This is bad because one, it's gonna hurt Kickstarter projects. Because what it shows you for this, like with the third, fourth game that's done this now,
Hmm.
is that what if you support these developers on Kickstarter, they're just gonna fuck you over for their own gain later. Uh, People backed this when they had no one else. Epic wasn't there funding this game from the beginning. It was the backers waiting for years, years. Remember, this game was delayed, I think, twice.
Yeah, I remember.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it was funded by the community. And all the community wanted was for it to be on Steam. As soon as these guys got the money and they got the support that they needed from the community, it essentially leashed off the community. They then turned around and said, "Okay, cool, Epic exclusive because Epic's going to give us money." It's like, and everyone's like, "Well, Epic gave you money, but so did we. So how come they get precedent and we don't?" And so, Epic is giving refunds after what months of controversy because they didn't want to give refunds at first, and they know it's going to hurt the game now. So this is not good for gamers at all. It's not good for the people who backed this game because essentially they just got screwed. I think it was like 3, 4 years of waiting for this game on Steam, only to be switched
Delay
at the
more.
last second.
But okay,
I
what's
think
the okay? Tell me, because I don't know much about this. What's the huge difference about having the game on Steam and getting it from the Epic Store?
Well, it's
there
not.
isn't. It's the thing is there isn't really much difference. You
Well, yeah. I
still
mean,
no, hold on. Let me finish. There isn't much difference because you still have it in other platform. Um, and you still got it on the same platform. But this is weird because I keep hearing myself.
yeah.
Um, you still have it on the same platform. So all you got to do is download the launcher. The only thing is
Hear
that
it twice.
the Game Store is is not that great of a store. It's missing features that other launchers have. But the thing is that also Steam is just it's just better for everybody because that's where everyone has their game, so everyone just prefers to have it on Steam.
I mean, not just that, but like I said, when you say Epic is not a much better storefront, it's a few things that are kind of crucial that's missing. Like, let's say Shenmue 3 comes out broken as hell, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh
You
huh.
can't tell people that on the Epic Store. You say you can't put that in the comment section because there's no comment section.
Yeah,
You
Hmm.
can't like you
can't rate
can't
it either.
yeah you can't rate it nothing. So if the game is complete trash, there's no way of knowing that it won't be on Steam, so you can't really go there to check
But
it out
people
either.
could always check it on a third party source about if the game is good or not.
Yeah,
And they
but
always do anyway.
it is true. But it's like
But Steam is an aggregate. It'll give you 20,000 people say it's bad versus a two or three. Because when it comes to two or three, it depends on a person. Some people like it, some people hate it. You don't really know. But when it comes to like trends, it's better to get the overwhelming majority like Steam provides. Epic doesn't provide that, and it looks like they're trying to do it on purpose because with all the money that they have to buy this exclusive, warrant them making their platform better instead. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
so.
but I feel it's gonna be like how the game's gonna be when it come out. It's gonna have a
Oh,
lot of bugs. Is it rush still?
yeah. Well, you can't know that, and so that's the
That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
It's just that this is really bad. Ultimately, the only people who get hurt are the developers who go to Kickstarter
yeah, it's
be-
true. Yeah.
because people are gonna be think twice now. They'd be like, "Well, the last game I put up and waited for, ended up screwing me by going to Epic, and I don't want Epic." Because it's one thing to say, "Hey, go to Epic or Steam." It's another thing to promise Steam for 5 years and then go to Epic at the last second.
Yeah, but it's all come out how the game's gonna be. That's it.
Because
I could only
it's
say
funny.
that.
It's funny because people say like, it's not that serious. But think about it, right? How'd you like it if you pre-ordered a game at GameStop and then when you go to pick it up, they give it to you to the opposite platform? You get
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
okay,
Okay,
that
but
makes
yeah,
sense.
that comparison. I get the comparison, but you still have it on the same machine.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not forced to go drive a car to get the same game. You know what I
No, no,
mean?
no,
You
no.
just download in the
No,
app.
but it's not
You can
about
It's not. I know.
Because
I get why you mentioned it, but it's really not the same thing.
yeah, because they're
well,
not
yeah,
charging
no,
you to download it through the Epic Store. I feel
it's
like
Yeah,
not.
they're not telling you go get a new PC in order
yeah,
to
It's
play
yeah.
the
not.
game.
You're right. It's not exactly the same, but it's more about the principle of the matter. It's
No,
like the
yeah,
fact
I
that
think
I
it's
people
get
just
it,
want to
but
bitch
like
about something that has nothing to do
because
with it.
I
it's
get it, but
think
it's
of it like this. Let's say you wanted a Camaro and you wanted the one that was like yellow like Bumblebee, and then they come down and say, "Yeah, I have it," and when you get there, it's like bright orange. And you
no,
know what
but
I'm saying?
you're getting the same game
Yeah,
though.
yeah. It's
No,
not
no, but that's
any
what I'm saying.
different.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Let's say you go to get the yellow Camaro, but instead you get an orange one.
No, but you no now is a different. That's a different car now.
No,
Same
it's
car,
not. It's the same car, right? Just a different
same
color,
car, different skin,
different.
but
Exactly.
you're
S-
still getting the same game.
Right. You get the same game, different skin with Epic. Like, you see
No,
what I'm
that's
saying?
not a different skin though.
But it is
Like
because you're just changing the DRM essentially.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's true.
Uh, and
You
so
got
it's just so it's like especially when you've been wanting this for like years and years and years, and then you have your heart set on it,
but
and
they
then
still.
magically
The thing is, like, I get what they people are like. Oh, we want this for years. It's not like you're not getting the game though.
no, but see, but that's the thing. Like, it's a whole different thing that if you pay for it, because it's like I said. Now imagine that same scenario with the Camaro, but instead you pay for it to be custom colored yellow, because there was no other way to get that color. You pay for the custom color, and they say, "Okay, cool. Here's a bright orange one." You see what I'm saying? It's a little different now. It's crazy because it's like you pay for it, you backed it when no one else would.
Nah, the
You
better
changed it.
comparison
I
is
don't
if
think.
like this is the
Nah,
better comparison. The better this is a better because that whole color thing is kind of I get what you're trying to say, but it's a more better comparison. You'd be like, oh, I this game was supposed to be come out exclusive on Xbox out of nowhere. Now it's gonna be on PlayStation now. That's the right comparison to make
Yeah,
because that makes
yeah,
more sense. You
yeah.
know
That
what I mean?
makes more sense.
You
Yeah.
no, no,
still you don't have to get a whole new car
no, but
or
see what
a
I'm
whole
saying.
new thing.
You're not getting a whole new car, right? Because you're still getting the Camaro. It's just that it's not the color you want. You get the exact same Camaro, up the exact same. It's just that instead of getting yellow, the green.
No, but the game itself is not changing.
No,
Nothing.
of course not. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
No,
you.
but with the Camaro, you changing something of
No,
that car.
but you're just
Yes,
changing
you
the
are.
aesthetic.
You're still changing something.
But that's what I'm saying. You're
This
changing
game
something.
is not changing
No,
whatsoever.
but the DRM is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's better. Like it's better if you be like you're not even talk about the whole comparison thing, but like to me, it ain't that serious to me because I'm not getting the game, but I understand people's things, so I get why they're mad. So I'm not gonna be here and say, "Oh no, you're stupid," because there's a reason for them to be mad and shit and stuff like that. But it's like when it comes to like Epic buying exclusives and whatnot, to me that doesn't bother me.
from a group of people who created it, that's a whole different thing. You see what I'm saying? Because they could just as easily go on Kickstarter before the project gets funded and just say, "Hey, we'll pay for it." But they go and they do it to the ones that were already funded and already slated to come out. That's the difference. Like I think that's the main difference. It's like if they said, "Hey, we're gonna make this whole thing and we're gonna pay this studio to make this game for us and it's exclusive for Epic," no one would care. But because they took a game that was already funded by the people who were promised the game in the first place, and then it came in and took that because they saw that there was demand for it, that's where the problem that comes in at. And
I
that,
get it though.
and that's why I think that's why people are pissed because it's like, yo, you want exclusive, you can have exclusive, just don't take our exclusive. That's the difference.
Like I think it would have been a better thing is like those. I think it would have been way better if they took the exclusive. Fine, take the exclusive. But I think it would have been a good gesture, and then like the backers got their Steam version.
Yeah,
That would have
that's
been
what
like
people want.
perfect thing to do right there. Because like I don't care about a game being exclusive to a launcher. At the end of the day, it's just a launcher to me.
Yeah.
And like the Epic Games is missing features, but at least the games fucking run. So that's the only thing really I care about, bro.
That
Not the
would
only thing, but one of the things I care
that would
about.
have make sense for Epic though.
What?
Maybe.
Like if you're gonna do that to the people who actually do the backing.
No,
Yeah.
no, it would make sense.
Like, yeah, it would make sense for everyone.
They already paid for
But
the
for
money. They already paid for the
Epic,
game.
who's like trying to get the exclusive, and it's like,
No,
no,
but the
some
thing is
people
that
still have it for Steam.
they're not getting no money out of people who backed it up.
Right.
So even if they put that on Steam for those who backed it up, they're not losing money because they already backed it up. They already got their copy.
And
So
then that's
they-
why people are pissed because they already paid for a promise. You see what I'm saying?
So like, see, I will actually argue if they had like give the backers their Steam version, but those who didn't pay for it get it on Epic, I would have been. I would okay, cool, that works out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have cared at that point.
Yeah, because
But they said, fuck it, we're just gonna take it off Steam 100%.
there's another reason why Epic is not for gamers.
Yeah, and then Shenmue on top of that, Shenmue, the creator of Shenmue was like, yeah, fuck the backers, and that's why people are pissed because just like you sat there, you asked the backers for support, they supported you, and then the first thing you do as soon as you get it is you tell them to go fuck themselves. Like,
Crazy thing is, this isn't the first game that's pretty much screwed their backers.
exactly.
But
That's why people
not gonna be another backer again.
Now there's this game Mario number 9 screwed them.
Uh-huh.
They pretty much got they were backed up on Kickstarter, and then I think that got publisher picked them up, which means now they got money. So, but they were still asking the backers for money for shit, like to make like other mediums like cartoons and movies and toys. And I'm like, no, we backed you up for the game, not for all this other bullshit.
But on top of that, they promised a classic edition, and then they were like, "Oh, it's gonna come with the like a NES case, I think. It was gonna have like a old school pamphlet that comes in the case, like how like the instruction booklet.
Yeah,
and they were gonna have one of those in the case as well. And when people got it, the book didn't even fit in the case. So
wow.
like it says,
fire.
yeah, so but this is exactly what I'm saying. The only people this hurt is the Kickstarter developers because now people are like, well, as soon as these guys get like a taste of like the gaming industry again, where they're back at the game inside the gaming industry instead of being indie, they can just say fuck the backers, we got their money, just move on to the next thing. And so that's why I say it only hurts Kickstarter. That's sad.
I mean, lucky for Kickstarter is that I don't know if are there more negative games on Kickstarter than there are positive?
I believe so, but
but
the ones that get funded usually come out pretty well.
I think Kickstarter is not gonna be no more because after this,
what's that game that's been in development for like 10 years?
Oh, Star Citizen?
Yeah, that game, like,
Yeah.
we need that game's been in development, just taking the backers' money. And like, oh no, it's delayed. We still gotta. I'm like,
Yeah.
10 years to make a game, bro.
Oh,
You taking advantage of that money.
now imagine if that game was about to come out after all those years and they said Epic exclusive. You got people gonna be
Nobody's
pissed.
gonna buy it.
Of course, you're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, people be pissed as shit.
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy it.
But you know what I mean? People, you know what? I mean, people should also, if they don't like it, don't buy the games on the Epic Store. Just wait.
Yeah.
That's it. Pay, talk with your money.
Yeah. See, I agree with that, but when it comes to the Shenmue 3 backers, it's just like that's unreasonable to say, yo, wait another year. That's
Yeah,
to
I know that.
watch other people play the game you funded on a platform you didn't even know about at the time. Because Epic didn't exist at the time they funded this. And so like be like, yo, go watch other people play the game on the Epic store while the people who actually made it possible have to sit there and wait another year. That's BS. Like that's complete BS.
Yeah, I'll be a
So
rich on that. If it
yeah,
happened in the beginning,
It doesn't matter. Like,
it does
well,
matter.
it does matter, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
yeah.
People gonna have to accept the truth, which is, Epic took their exclusive, and if they really want to play the game like they wanted to in the first place, then they have to make that sacrifice, even though they didn't have to do that.
Another thing, Epic Games. Some people are praising Epic, saying that they're for gamers because they're trying to, make Steam handle their shit and whatnot. Nah, they're pretty much anti consumer in a way.
Oh, for sure. Always have been.
They don't give a damn. All they care about is Epic and
But
making that.
isn't that like the same thing with every other publisher out there, like big ass
When,
publisher?
now, when they get the thing is when they're small, they care. They give a damn. You know what I mean?
Obviously, they have to.
Once they get big and they make all this money, they get cocky as fuck, and they're like, you know what?
Of
We
course,
could
Do
get
it.
this. We could
they
get
could do
that.
whatever they want, and people, guess what? People gonna still want to play the game regardless.
It's like because they know people are gonna still
Yeah,
play
of
it.
course. Like we do that all the time. Remember? Look
Right.
at Activision.
What about Activision?
What are the Call
Yeah.
of Duty games?
I
Uh,
haven't played a Call of Duty game since Advanced Warfare, so nope, not me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
For my
do.
brother,
Yes,
I haven't bought a Call of Duty game since Advanced Warfare, so
I,
I've
I,
played them.
I think Rip on the
Just
yeah.
because
last
I
one
played
that came
them,
out.
not me. They got my money, so
Yeah, I skipped a lot of Call of Duty games. The last one I bought was Black Ops 3.
like I bought Advanced Warfare, and every other game I never had to buy. I just played it and didn't spend money on it.
But
So
wait, did you play some other people's version though?
what?
Did you support the game like by playing it?
So playing the game is not supporting the game.
Yeah, it is.
It
It
is. It
is.
is. It is.
Yeah,
Because
it
that's
No,
is.
like,
I
come
mean
on, man.
financially,
You make-
financially.
Yeah, you
I'm talking about, I'm
you
talking about
directly
support-
probably didn't buy the game, but you were playing the game anyway.
I'm talking about.
You play all the games. I saw you play on all the games.
Can I speak? I'm talking about. Well, let that fire run by. My bad. I'm talking about supporting them financially. You know what I mean? If I'm playing a game, sure, I am supporting. I am playing them, but they don't benefit from me playing their game. They didn't get money from that.
They get exposure.
It's like
Right. It's in a direct way. This is like that argument I was telling you about, like vegans and
no, because
people who buy hybrids. It's like in a direct way, no, they didn't get money from you. But in an indirect way, by you playing it, you most likely influence someone in some way to
play
pay
the
for
game.
something in that game. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
no, I get that, but like, let's say right, the game comes out and 5 million people are on Call of Duty, but they
Yeah.
only sold 1 million. You
Yeah.
really think they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you guys are supporting us, yeah, keep playing? No, they're gonna be pissed and be like, well, where'd all the $4 million go? You know what I mean? That's why
Yeah.
that's why if I'm playing the game, sure, I don't care.
But that would be
I didn't
like, you supporting a cause, but you don't have money to actually support them financially, but you do want to do the word of mouth that you're going to spread out the word
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
cause.
And on top of that,
No,
think
yeah, it's some support into the word of mouth. I'm talking about financially though,
Yeah, of
I
course.
mean, no, but like I said, in a direct way,
because
no.
all they care about is money.
No, because think about it like this, right? Let's take the example you just used. 1 million people bought it, 4 million people playing it. What's going to happen? Oh, look at that. 5 million people are playing Call of Duty. It's the most popular game. You should go buy it. Someone else goes buy it because they say there's 5 million people online. So yeah, you didn't support it directly,
But
but by
indirectly.
being on the server, you gave them another marketing tool to then cause other people to buy it. So yeah, you didn't support it directly with your own money, but you did support it in a way where they would end up getting money off of you using it.
Regardless, yeah.
I guess so. To me, like if they ain't getting money from the people who are playing it, they don't care about you. All they care about is the people who are spending money on that game.
Right.
Microtransactions, paying $60 for it and whatnot. You know,
No, you're right, but you playing it enables them to get more people and thus
no,
sell more merchandise.
I can
Yeah,
understand that,
So
but
you
that's
right.
not also
It's fair.
guaranteed either.
do.
Of course, it's not guaranteed, but it is more likely.
Yeah, it is likely, but like, I don't know
Yeah.
how. What's the percentage you think it'll be?
Uh,
At least 30.
out of people who, because a lot of people buy games based off on player base, and Call of Duty is the name itself.
Yeah,
I'd say maybe like 5-10%. Even that's kind of high. 10% is kind of high. Maybe like
But
five
it's
to
true
seven
though.
percent.
But people
Yeah.
buy it because people they see people watching
yeah,
the game
but
and they have fun.
you think okay, 5% of people buying the game, you really think that's gonna keep Call of Duty alive?
No, of course not. But every extra sell makes it more likely.
In the long term, that's
Yeah. Hmm.
come on, man.
Nah, I'm sorry.
They're still gonna get relevant.
If they're making $100,000 off of Call of Duty when there's 5 million people playing it, they're not gonna continue making that fucking game. They're gonna find a
Yeah, that's
way.
why Modern Warfare 4 is coming out. Modern Warfare, whatever.
You know what I mean? That's not what Modern Warfare. That's not what Modern Warfare is coming out.
Yeah, because they saw, oh, our sales are reducing. So you know what? Let's give what people
It's
want.
whatever, dude. Yo, Black Ops 4 just broke all their other sales.
Yeah.
Their sales are not reducing. It's just that they're not. It's just that they're not. They want more money. They're not getting the money they
Yeah,
expect.
that's the trend to
I
say.
mean,
Yeah.
but Call of Duty Black Ops 4, it's pretty much did way better than the previous Call of Duty games.
Yeah. But it's Black Ops. We expected this.
Yeah, it's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like financially, like I don't think they're actually gonna be happy to the point where let's keep supporting the game when only 100,000 people are buying the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I think you're missing a key point, right? You're right, 100,000 people on a game, but the vast majority of microtransactions sell come from a small handful of people.
No, I know that. I know.
And so if they could use the fact that you are one of those 5 million people play to get one of those whales, money well spent to them.
I guess so, but to me, honestly, like if you ain't paying for it, you're not for the support no financially. So that's just how
But
It's
if you
okay. They're still gonna
target
be
it somehow,
successful in the long term. So
that's just how I see it.
yeah.
Just look at Gears of War, yo. You're gonna say the same thing about Gears?
what about
Maybe.
it? What about it?
Yo, like, so that game did what? It did less than a million. I don't know if it
Yeah,
passed.
yeah, I think it's like 800,000, something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if it passed. I don't know if it passed $1 million, right?
Mhm.
Let's say hypothetically, they see a player count of like 5 million, 6 million people online, but they only did 800,000. What do you think? What do you think is gonna go through their mind?
Let's tout it.
Hey,
That won't probably because that will mean that you have to download the game.
No, because think about it, right? Because isn't Microsoft the ones who like, oh, and Gears of War, I think like what, some million locusts have been slain already.
yeah.
So even if you bought the game, you contributed to that number. You gotta say, which means you contributed to their marketing, which means you contributed to people buying the game, which means you supported the game.
I'm gonna tell you right now, them saying 1 million locusts have been slain ain't gonna do shit for their marketing.
But haven't you been playing games that your brothers buy anyway?
Yo, they could have had one person buy this game and he could have slayed 1 million locusts, bro. Like,
You're 100% right, but that's the point.
but we'll be real right now. They say 1 million locusts have been slain. No one's gonna go out and buy. Like, 1 million locusts.
Some people will, though. Some people will.
I doubt it. I don't doubt
Like I won't, right? I won't. You won't.
No one's gonna go buy
will.
gears to be like, yo, I heard they've been slaying locusts. I'm gonna go slay some locusts too, yo. That was
That was
You
one
never
example,
know,
right? Because then what if I said something like, okay, in the last 2 months, 200 million matches were played. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, that's more likely to get sold involved. It's not. See, that's the thing. Marketing is, I should say, statistics and marketing are a deceptive thing. It's about leaving things out. And if you contribute to what they don't leave out, you're contributing to their bottom line. It's just how it is. It's what it is. So even playing it and supporting it.
I guess so. I
That's
support
right,
it.
Josh.
Whatever.
You
I support
contribute
it.
to the.
I support it. I'm a fraud. I get it.
I mean, it doesn't mean you're a fraud.
You support the problem. You're part of the problem, Josh. It's okay.
If y'all say no matter what you do, you support the game, then everyone's a fraud. Like, it's just
Yeah, of
No,
course.
it doesn't make you a fraud. That's not what I'm saying. It's just saying that they'll use it as excuse. Just like I said, right? Even though I stopped playing Call of Duty mostly after Black Ops 3, right? I haven't really touched the Call of Duty since. they would say Call of Duty has sold this many units over its lifetime. I'll be in that part. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's true. I would have bought a Call of Duty game in my life, but that's how marketing works. It's deceptive. And so when it comes to like a game specifically, yeah, you didn't directly contribute to its bottom line, but you did contribute something to it. Was it as big?
But y'all making out as a seem that like one person playing a game automatically made 5 sales to that.
Right, but that's what I'm about to say. It may not have been as
This is
big.
not guaranteed. Money is guaranteed. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. That's what I was about to say. Like it may not be as big as someone who directly bought the game. You're right, but it is something.
I guess so, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I
I
don't
think
think
that's
it's
how
that.
marketing used though.
Like I know
To bend the
marketing
lie
that
or
way,
bend the
but
truth. I
how
guess.
successful is that? By just I don't know.
It's very
Because
successful.
like just think of it this way, right? Sea of Thieves. Enough said. Next topic.
Shut up. Let's move on. Let's just move on.
All right, let's move on to
These didn't even do that well.
Exactly. But when they were all online talking about this is great, this happened, we have this many.
They're only
Yeah.
doing that shit because it didn't do numbers. You know,
No,
look, check this out.
all right.
Every time Microsoft talks about, yo, we splashed 50 waves today, 100 waves today. We killed 10 million fishes in Sea of Thieves today. They only say that when they're not selling games.
no, but think of it this way, right?
And that does not sell games.
No, but think of it this way, right?
If that was true, Gears of War would have sold 2-3 million up by now.
No, but I mean, like, look at
10 million.
no, but I'm saying, look at Sea of Thieves and the way they marketed it. We all know that game didn't sell, but people played it on Game Pass. And so they use those Game Pass statistics to say, look how great the game is going,
But it
guys.
didn't do nothing for Sea of Thieves.
No, it did. It had a bump in popularity,
No, yeah, you had a bump in popularity, but that was
and then people realized it was trash.
it had a bump in popularity, and which is probably will go their thing, but that was because one streamer streamed it, and then they're like, oh, I want to play with you and stuff like that. But they still paid for Game Pass, so like in a way, they still contributed to that shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But they pay money though. I didn't pay money for Call of Duty.
No, but the fact that they can use those numbers to get that bump in popularity.
We just bent the truth again.
It's okay. It's okay.
We just bent the train.
Since we are on the same topic as Game Passes, y'all want to talk about the game, the recent games that just came out for the Xbox Game Pass that is coming up this July?
For July.
Yeah.
I mean, we can say right now.
The Rising 4.
I just checked it up on the app right now. I mean, if you didn't play these games, the best game there is probably Undertale. You got Dead Rising 4, you got Shadow of War, Blazing Chrome, My Time Portia. Is that like a Harvest Moon game?
No idea.
Which one?
My Time Portia?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's like a Cookie Mama for DS. Kind of
Okay, move on. All right, so those 4 games were on PC and on Xbox, and then you got the next Time Spinner, and what's that?
Unavowed, yeah.
Undertale, and then Lego City, which are only.
Yeah, so Undertale, Unavowed, Tailspin is only PC. Lego City is only console.
I guess these games are like people are like, oh, that's a great lineup. I mean,
they're okay games. So will you gave the Game Pass just for these games?
Dead Rising is trash. I'm sorry. Undertale is probably the best game there, and then Shadow of War is probably the number 2.
Shadow of War, no, dude.
Lego games.
Is that the last one?
Good, but Lego City, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Shadow of War is the last one, I think.
But
yeah,
No,
yeah.
isn't it Shadow of Mordor?
That's the first one, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then War is the second one.
But I mean, the question is like, will you get the Xbox Game Pass just to play these games?
Hell no.
If you want to play Undertale on PC, it's like $3 in the sale.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get it
you don't
for
have to buy
$3 on. You get that shit mad.
It's not
cheap.
expensive as
How
before.
much is the Game Pass?
Game Pass is $10.
Yeah.
$10?
Yeah, if you get Ultimate, it's $15, and it comes with Xbox Live.
I mean, for some people who hasn't played the games, $10 is fine.
Yeah, but see, they try to trick you with Ultimate. So, because you know how this Xbox Live is free on PC, you don't got to pay it.
Yeah. Backlash.
So what might happen is that if people start buying into these services like that, they can release a game broken, and be like, yeah, which is it's fine. It's on this anyways. You didn't pay $60 for it. That's the one thing that I'm worried about though. That's like
Yeah, there's also another thing too. Force upgrades. Um,
huh?
it can easily take a game off the service and put another one on there, even if it's trash. Like it's like I always bring up Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts sold a lot, but people didn't like it, so people went back to Black Ops 2. If you if they have a service, they can say, "Well, we're taking Black Ops 2 off the market. Ghost is the only Call of Duty is going to be on the market. And there's really nothing you can do about it."
Yeah, huh?
That's the only other downside about it.
Piss me off, bro.
Yeah.
Like me, I love Black Ops 3. That game is fucking fun as hell. Black Ops 2 is one of my favorite ones. But let's say okay, I'm playing Black Ops 3. They released what was it, Infinite Warfare after that? That dog shit. And they removed Black Ops 3. Yeah, I'll be mad.
Yeah,
I'll be mad.
yeah, most people would be.
You know damn well they're not gonna have if Activision did a service, they're not gonna have every Call of Duty on that service.
I think they're only gonna put like
Why not?
all video games like
They want you. They
Call
want
of
you
Duty
to.
Warfare 3.
They
some kind of
they
game.
want you to spend money on the latest one because they stopped supporting the old ones.
Right.
The only way they'll care about the old one, you'll probably see like the last 3 Call of Duties that have been released. Maybe like the one that comes out this year, last year, and the year before. You'll see like those 3 because those 3 games they tend to support for like a good 3 years.
Yeah.
But like games that came out 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago won't be there. They're not supporting.
Yeah.
So they won't spend money on the
I
newer
think it's
games.
not worth it anymore.
Or no, they might cut out the multiplayer part and put the campaign only.
Which is kind of crazy because they still have the Call of Duty 4 server still up and the World at War server.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like I'm actually surprised they're still up. These servers tend to go down after 10 years.
Anyways, I don't think it's recommended for people to get this kind of service right now, right?
No, not for those games.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of games do they have right now in the Game Pass?
They have a lot of games.
But yeah, but any like great games that people were willing to buy this.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games on Game Pass. There's a lot of good games. You have a PC, pull it up.
I think the problem with the main problem with these services is, like I said, they're trying to get you. There's so many of them that eventually you're gonna miss one. You're gonna miss a couple, and then you're gonna get charged without ever using it. And I think that's what they're going for. It's just
that's definitely what they're going for. But then,
little charge,
like Netflix,
and that'll be on that person. though. They're not.
That's
They
on
don't.
Netflix. Yeah.
They're not on their service.
You can rent.
If they're not on their service,
You
if they're
can
not.
rent some like movies, something like that when it started.
Okay.
All right,
Gotcha.
stuck or something.
Are you just gonna cut over me, huh? You just gonna.
No.
I lost my train. Yeah, so if you're not gonna be on top of your services, and you don't cut and you don't cancel, that's on you though. You gotta be on top of your shit.
Nah, but there's only so many things people could keep track of at once, realistically.
So there's an app that tracks your services.
Exactly. That's my point. It's like you would have to have something to track it for you. It's just like
That's
having.
Don't have it all at once.
Right. But the thing is like because it happened to you before too, where you buy something and you kind of like forget like the trial's over.
Yeah, it happened to me just now with Origins.
Yeah.
I forgot it. I got it for another year. It happened. I know it happened. But I wasn't on top. That's my fault though.
Man, hopefully they are be like G2A. Like you have to pay cheap, really cheap for the game.
That ain't happening.
I know. I know,
You-
G2A, yeah.
Services cost $10 though, so
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for that. Yeah.
it's like you don't want to pay $10 for like 100 games, bro.
Nope.
No, for now.
No, for now.
They might raise it later.
$10 for what?
For now, they might raise it later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
That
20
Game
bucks.
Pass. Before I said they might raise Game Pass to 15. They didn't raise Game Pass, but they gave you Ultimate, which costs 15. I was like, they knew they gonna do that. Then if it's really popular, everyone's buying into it. Like that's like the number one service. What's to stop them? Be like, you know what? It's gonna go to $35, $30.
Right, exactly. Disney Plus.
Yeah, like Netflix is gonna be $25, and at the point, good luck with using my money. I'm gonna cancel that shit.
Yep. Or like Amazon Prime, $120.
Yeah, I remember when Amazon used to be like $40, bro, a year, $35, $40 a year. Now it's $120 a year.
100.
Like 100, I think it's 110. Some
It's 105. right now.
Yeah,
120.
105 a year. Like that's. It seems like it's not a lot, but it's a lot. Like, and so a lot of times when you're not ordering throughout that year, you pretty much just wasted
Yeah, it's
$105.
100. It's 120.
Okay, yeah. See,
Nah.
120 a year, and you still got to pay for day one shipping and all that stuff.
I know, right?
Fuck that. Yeah, but these services, it's like they're not bad, but if it gets convoluted and it's oversaturation in them, then that's when probably get really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna drop off some of these publishers too. Like Bethesda's definitely gone.
Yeah,
We'll see how they work.
That's okay.
because I personally don't. I think it's great to have a bit more, but too much of anything is bad. So
Yeah.
Anyways.
let's move on.
Now I'm talking about buying services, so maybe old consoles. Will you buy the PlayStation Classic console?
No.
No.
that shit could be $1.
How much? What is the discount that they're giving now?
It's
It's
$25.
$25.
It's $59, but it's 25 now.
Yeah.
It's down
No,
to
but
$25.
$58.
the PlayStation Classic was going for like $120 at one point.
No, it was 75.
It
75
says-
before,
okay.
but now it went back to 58.
So like on
Yeah, it went
eBay,
back to yeah.
59.99.
like about $120, but then by retail it was like 60, 70. I don't know if it sold out. I don't think.
Yeah. So when it first
I
came
think
out, it
it's
was
all-
$100. When it first came out, it was $100.
Yeah, no. But it went down to 85. 85
Yeah.
when it came
Yeah,
out.
they just kept dropping because no one wants the shit.
And now it's
the
60
game,
bucks.
yo, the game lineup is so booty. Like, I don't
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go back to the same consoles that you were before,
You
as
can just
well.
download the
it's not even
games.
worth it. It's not even worth to go back to play those games.
No, for the people who who can move on
Yeah,
on the console.
But
If
that
you buy
lineup,
the Japanese one, then you get an amazing deal.
yes,
If you get the American one, you wasted your money.
yes.
I'm just saying, like $10 or something. I'm not gonna pay $59.99. $59.99.
15. I think $59.99 is worth it if it had like the games that define the PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah, I mean, the American one has Final Fantasy VII. That's the only one I can imagine gives a fuck. You can go get that. You can get that exact version of Final Fantasy VII, I think, on Steam for like $5. So save yourself $20.
$4.99. Yeah, I got it.
You get on the Switch. You can get on
Oh.
every. They pretty much put that game on every platform. You can get that game for cheap as hell.
Oh.
And then that's it. The Japanese version has the best games.
Unless you guys want to play the original Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, right.
But, well, I never
Bro,
played Grand Theft Auto, so can't say that.
You never played. You played. Didn't when you played GTA 5 the other day?
No.
No, but
Grand Theft Auto,
GTA
first one.
1, GTA 1 is nothing like that.
I tell you right now. I know. I think a lot of people didn't play GTA 1 or 2. I think a lot of people started at 3.
Yeah, the good one.
Yeah, when they went 3D, that's what I think. That's when like everyone. I remember that I didn't know about GTA until GTA 3. I was
Yeah,
like,
'cause
oh, God, this game look fire.
I knew GTA until GTA 3. And then, because Kenneth told me. And then Josh you told me. So I was like, okay.
But I think you can get this, and then you can hack it, and then put more games on it. But I guess
Or if you guys want to play the worst Persona game in the series, you can also get it.
Nope.
bro, but who wants to go through that headache of hacking this piece of
it's actually not that hard, bro.
Nobody.
piece of plastic?
Really not that hard.
No,
And
but
then
who wants to go through that hassle? Like, what? Maybe if you had nothing to do.
Yo, bro, there's many people out there that buy stuff just to hack it.
I don't blame him. They had nothing to do.
Look at the Wii.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I hacked my Wii back in the day.
Yo,
When it
even
was popping.
casuals had their Wii hacked. That's how crazy it was. So like, the modding scene the hacking scene is
Even
pretty.
Kennen, he hacks
Nope.
everything.
I never had any of my consoles hacked.
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
Nope.
Kenan
No,
knows.
I've never
He
hacked.
doesn't even know how to do tech. What do you think he can get a job?
PSP.
Anyways, let's move on from this story.
Hey, Nintendo sponsor me, thanks.
Talking about consoles, Nintendo, or there's some leaks about Nintendo Switch 2, right? I guess some
That mini
manufacturer that does like the silicon plastic things for
The sleeve.
the
sleeves.
sleeves. Yeah, they took out a sleeve for the new mini Switch, right? Mini Switch 2. It looks
Yeah.
like a lot like a PSP.
It does.
That's what I said it was gonna be. Like it's just gonna look like a PSP. Like that's it, or a Vita. More like a
Everybody
Vita.
wants this.
It has a second stick.
Who want? Oh,
But like
okay. This
This
targets
game is. I
kids.
think it's
No,
DLA. It's
no, no.
DLA.
This gonna
what?
start. This gonna target the kids, right? Really small kids, because for big
Nah,
guys,
this
you can't even play that.
maybe it might be like the 2DS,
Yeah,
but this console's dead. I
I
mean,
like.
why would you make a handheld version of a handheld?
I don't
I mean, for those people who don't want the nunchuck stick shit,
look. People
No.
want to fit their Switch in their pocket. Why? It's
No
not
idea.
a Game Boy. It's not a DS. It's not a 3DS. It's a console handheld hybrid. So
Deal breaker. This is a deal breaker.
yeah, like, it's a console handheld hybrid. Oh,
This
I
dead.
hate it.
Move on. Let's move on. This dead.
Um,
I don't want this.
I got stuff to say. Yo, can you mute your mic real quick?
Can you roast?
Yo, Marlon, can you mute your mic real quick?
There you go.
Okay.
Roast it. Roast it. Roast it.
I'm not roasting. It's like it's a hybrid console. So it's a console that's a hybrid. It's a handheld console that could be. I'm slurring my words. It's a handheld and a console. You know what I mean? You can't have a portable, a mini, a slimmer version, a mini version of a console to fit in your pocket. Why? Like, why do you want that? You want your shit to get hot as hell and start melting?
People want that. People want to put it in a pocket. I don't know why.
Hey, that's pretty much what the Switch is. Like, why do you want to fit that in your pocket, yo? And those sticks too. I think those sticks are not going to be the same sticks as the original Switch. It's probably going to be like the 3DS. Like those.
the small ones, the shitty one.
That one that breaks.
On top of that, you can fit the Switch in your back pocket.
You
I mean, not with the Joy Cons, but you could do
Yeah,
it.
just take the Joy Cons off.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not that serious. People want to put that. I want the Joy Cons, but it's not meant to be in your pocket.
I'll say no.
Yeah. I don't know why
get
they
rid
want
of
to
it.
take out the mini Switch too. To be honest.
Yeah, and then also attaching the Joy Cons to the Switch kind of defeats the purpose. I think I know Malago and I were talking about it the other day. Some games require the Joy Cons, so like
Yeah.
Mario stuff like that. So how are they gonna play those games?
I don't know. They're gonna come out with a way. I think that maybe the newer games might be
Probably do a
compatible.
patch with like you don't need it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
But,
Nah,
you can do nothing with the
Nintendo
old
doesn't support their
games.
I
games.
feel like
Nintendo
they're
doesn't
wasting
support
money for this game,
Yeah.
for this console.
I personally think the mini is not worth it.
It's
Probably
not.
gonna-
It's gonna be.
probably weak
It's
and
gonna be
cool.
like the Nintendo 2DS,
They're just wasting
which
money.
is like a waste.
Yeah. It's just for those people who want a cheap console
Yeah.
without having to actually pay the full price. But you're wasting your time and money. You're gonna get most likely lower
Watch that
quality.
thing be 480p.
Yo, it's funny. The same people that want the Switch Mini want a more powerful Switch. You can't get both. Yeah, if you get a more powerful Switch, you can't have that in mini form. You know what I mean? Like it's just not gonna happen. I would have preferred a more powerful Switch than a
I think
fucking
it's just Nintendo though, wasting more money and then making
But
more
like-
consoles.
It seems like Nintendo doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But they know what they're doing because handheld is huge in Japan, and I understand this. I know why they're doing this. So because they don't want to they was lying and say, oh yeah, we're not going to ban the 3DS. Yeah, the Switch pretty much replaces it. And this is probably you won't be able to dock this. That's probably what it's gonna be. I don't think you're gonna be able to dock the Switch Mini if this is like true and shit. You know,
Imagine if you could do that.
nah, you're not. I
And
don't
it's
think
1080p.
it's still probably nah. There's no way. They have 1080p
4K.
games. They have 1080p games and 4K, but
4K.
I don't think you'll be able to dock the Switch Mini.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a console that's very small, cheap, fit in your pocket. It could just play Switch games. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're gonna be able to dock it.
Yeah.
It'll defeat the purpose. Like, why? Why even
Yeah.
have?
Yo, eBay, you can go get a Switch for like 150. Get some Joy-Cons for like
It's okay,
50
just-
bucks.
Just get Malagu's Switch. He's selling it.
You can
Either
get it
way.
for like,
Switch. got
You're
to
selling it for
get
$100, right? Just there's gonna be a link below.
Yeah.
no,
Why you lying?
Hey, no, he told me the last time.
no, I didn't.
He said, "Oh, I'm selling
Anyway.
the Switch."
Yo, you
Yeah,
gotta
sure.
stop telling people to click links that aren't gonna be there, bro.
Yeah.
People that are gonna click on nothing.
Just
Either
watch.
way.
Oh, yeah, watch. This is people.
All right, let's talk about that PlayStation security exploit.
Oh, well, you want to talk about the
Oh,
Nvidia thing?
yo, let's no. That can wait for later.
Another hack.
So
Can't
since we're
wait to
on,
get the
we'll
customers
talk about this,
credit cards.
PlayStation right now. Yo, how many times is PlayStation fuck over the consumer?
This is the third time, right? The third
Yo,
time they got
was
hacked.
it the PS3 that they got hacked?
Yeah, for the credit cards
Damn,
again.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That echo on your shit is strong.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how. I just turned down my microphone just now.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, there you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Okay. Uh-huh.
All right. It wasn't the PS3 era, right?
Yeah.
They
He
got
got
hacked.
hacked
They
twice.
got hacked. And people's information got
Yeah.
stolen.
It's
Yep.
stolen.
And
Credit
like
cards
that's
got
crazy.
stolen.
It didn't happen. No, right? During the PS4 era,
What?
did like what happened to PS3 where people got their cards information stolen and whatnot?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
No, I
Oh.
think it was PlayStation 4. The last
But
one.
it happened before, so it's like why you should be on your shit. You know what I mean? And now this exploit pretty much it doesn't kind of does steal your information, but not really. Like it's not
Not
really
really,
like
because if you follow the security methods they have already put together for you to follow in order for this not to happen to you, then you have any problems whatsoever.
but they're
But
exploiting
yeah,
that.
there's an exploit, and people, are getting taken advantage of that. And
Like
but since it says right there in the article, it's like it's not a big major issue, therefore they're not treating it as like
that's not they don't consider that an issue.
Big, big,
no,
big
they
issue.
even like the person in this article said they contacted PlayStation or the people who are in charge of, the security in the PlayStation network, and they said, "Oh yeah, we don't consider this a major issue or a major thing. I think we've done enough with our security system that could actually protect a lot of customers from getting robbed or whatnot. But people are still getting screwed. You get me? A lot of people are getting charged for no reason."
They don't consider it an issue, but people are still getting their shit
Yeah,
stolen.
but the thing is, the people that are getting screwed are very minimal compared to the larger scale of their
I think it's
customers.
just time to get out
It's
PlayStation
still
4.
happening though. It's still happening.
Yeah, it's still happening, but they don't give a fuck.
I know I don't give a fuck, but like that's what I'm saying. They said it's not a big of an issue, but it's still happening, even if it's just like 1,000 people
Yes,
that's happening.
according to this thing, it's been going on for 5 years.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why you don't put your cards on these consoles, yo? Like just don't do it.
Yeah, you don't save it to anything.
Yo, just pay your shit
I
with
use
PayPal.
PayPal more.
Yeah.
I learned my lessons.
Pay doing PayPal because
And make sure PayPal has your
Thank
PayPal
God,
account
man,
has the
take it out.
craziest security guard.
yo have two-factor authentication.
But
and,
this one has to, like
Oh, that's
PlayStation
right.
Network, the security has to.
Yeah, but it sucks for 5 years.
No, it doesn't suck. It's not because of that. They said the people who are getting hacked are those people who had they haven't enabled the two security system code thing, right? And that's why these people are getting taken advantage of. They're getting the
yeah, I understand that.
because they haven't enabled the two security system.
Wait, what does that have to do with anything? No.
Yeah, but it does not
No, I
have
mean
that.
I had nothing to do, but I'm just saying.
The thing is, like,
The
yeah,
people
get
who
hacked.
are taking advantage are those people who haven't enabled that. But even then, they should have a secure system anyway.
Exactly.
yeah, like they can't be coming out here saying, "Well, you didn't activate your
Yeah,
two-factor."
yeah.
It's kind of your fault. Like, what?
Huh?
Like, hello, how do you sound? Like,
Yeah.
fuck Sony. There's like, but even if 1,000 people, get their shit stolen, that's still a problem. You know what I mean? It should be zero. I mean, things happen. I get it, but if this been happening for years and they haven't done anything about it, it just shows how much they care.
Yep. That's PlayStation. I mean, they got stolen. Like a lot of people's information got stolen back when they didn't have PlayStation Plus.
Mhm.
So, what makes you think that this is not gonna happen again?
No, bro, but check this out, man. If Sony was not on top right now, they would have been on this from the beginning. But
Oop.
because they are on top,
Even North Korea was able to.
like it's crazy.
Even North Korea got through the security system. What makes you think that someone else can?
Like it.
Well, first of all, North Korea is a government,
Yeah, I
and
understand that. I
not some
understand
dude
that.
in his basement.
Yeah, I understand that. But even then, I should think someone else can't.
No, I mean it's inevitable. And things are always gonna get hacked and stuff like that. But it's if you're on top of it. That's like if you people see that you're on top of it and you're actually trying to prevent this stuff, Cool, but you're trying. But they legit sat there for 5 years. It's not that big of a
But they
problem.
just say right here in the article that they say they don't care. They don't care about it.
It's like it's great, bro. Like that's great. And you know what the thing is, like this can happen, and we're gonna still be like, oh, we're gonna play these PlayStation games. I'm putting my card on there. They're gonna still put their cards in their PlayStation and be like, I wonder why my shit got stolen. Well, they have shitty security. You should know that by now.
Nah, some people don't know him because the people who were complaining were parents of children who had used their credit card to buy the game or to loan something.
Yeah.
But most parents are not. I mean, they should know more about the things that children get into, especially when it comes to any kind of service or any kind of what's it called, transaction. When it comes to like money transaction.
When it comes to money using
Yeah.
cards, they should not be allowing kids to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
At the end of story. If they want their kids to learn it, get them a damn gift card.
The thing is, the parents themselves, they had to make a parental account or whatever. And they
Yeah,
had to
Make
put the
even
debit
PayPal
cards,
account.
right?
they don't do that, bro. They don't even do that with Nintendo.
Well, come on, man. Come on.
They're
You
supposed
cannot
to.
be
But
worrying about stuff like this because,
Yeah.
or else you will do it with every single company whatsoever. But that's what PayPal's for, right?
yeah,
But
yeah, that's PlayStation. They can
you're gonna have
they
to
can
learn the
link
hard way.
they can link stuff.
It sucks because it could happen to any of us anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not me, because I don't put my card.
it's okay. It will happen to you.
Like
It's,
and
it won't if you take
one way
security
will happen,
measures.
it's if like Chase gets hacked and whatnot, then that's on
Well,
them.
it was down last time. I know it was. It was
Yeah.
Wells Fargo.
But like
That-
but Wells Fargo, they always get their shit. That's always something
Like
happening.
that person who stole 1 penny of every single account, and people was like, "It's
Or-
1 penny. It's not a big deal." And then but he stole it from like billions
You'll
of people.
steal 1 billion pennies and you become what?
Million.
What?
It's
A
still,
Multi-millionaire, yeah.
Yeah.
still selling though.
But 1 penny ain't shit. Yeah, but that's PlayStation. Let's move on, yo.
Let's move on. It sucks. People are getting
What about
hacked.
the Nvidia reveals the new line of Super GeForce
Let's go
RTX
back.
graphic
Let's
card?
go to Nvidia.
All right, man. Look, start your rant. Go ahead.
All right. So, first of all, we have to understand what super is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Super is another BS word for Titan, right?
For
Another
what?
Titan, it's just more Titan cards that they just want to pump out because they abused the brand last gen for graphics cards, and so they had to put out super. That's one, okay. Most importantly, they have a 2080 Super. You know what that means, right?
Nope.
That's the
Nope.
2080
Explain.
Ti on top of another 2080 Ti because they abused the 2080 Ti, made it cost $1,200, and then said, "Hey, here's another 2080 Ti. That's most likely going to be stronger than that one, around the same as the 2080 Ti." And so with that being said, don't buy these cards. They're
So
a ripoff.
it's basically
They
the same thing.
Because if anything, this showed you how much of a ripoff Nvidia cards were when you first bought them. Because if you bought a 2060 like Ruben, you got fucked really
Yeah.
hard.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because
Yo, yeah,
now,
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, because now there's an even stronger 2060 for about $50 more. You have a stronger 2070 for less than the 2070, and you have a stronger 2080 for less than the 2080. So if you bought the cars right out the gate, you got screwed.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You got completely fucked. And chances are they still have more in the pocket that they're not
Yep.
showing you. What
Mhm.
this is the continuing trend by Nvidia to cut the cards down, but increase the naming scheme so that those schemes, so that you think you're getting more than you're actually worth. They saw what happened with the 970 and how amazing that car was, and how no one was buying the 980 because of it. And so from this point on, they pretty much gave you the 1060 and it called it the 1070. They gave you a Titan. They gave you a Titan. They gave you a 1080 and called it the Titan. And then they gave you a 1080 Ti, what was stronger than the Titan. And then they gave you another Titan last gen. They gave you so over so overall, this whole thing about Super, I guarantee you probably will see like a 2080 Ti Super because they're
Well,
gonna run out of shit.
Is it
Or
cheaper?
people- It's,
Yes.
it's faster and it's cheaper than the originals.
Yo,
Okay.
bro, we will.
How much?
We will
What's it
look at
cost?
Oh, 500. The 2070
Oh, okay.
Super It's 500. It's $500. We were looking at benchmarks, and
Puts it at 2080 performance.
yeah, like it's like it was different games too. So it's not like, oh, this game was only getting 5 extra frames and that game was getting 10. No, it was consistent throughout many like very demanding games. And for each of those games, the 2080 was only beating the 2070 Super by like 5 frames, 6 frames.
5%.
Yeah, and it's like, what you want? What you rather do? Are you gonna pay $800 for 5 more frames?
Exactly.
Would you rather get the 2070 Super for $300 less?
Well, but what's also funny is that no one ever put the 2080 Super at the front. Why is that? Because you know why it is. It's going to be cheaper than the 2080, cheaper than the 2080 Ti, and it's going to cost a hell of a lot less than both of them.
Yeah,
So think about it for a second. For about $700, you're going to get better performance than the 2080, and then you're going to get probably around the performance of a 2080 Ti for $700, not $1,200. Okay, $700.
And if you wanted to play 4K, you don't even have to waste your money on a 2080 for $800. You get 220 Supers,
70 Super.
2070 Supers for $1,000 because it's $500 each, and you pretty much SLI that, and you pretty much game at 4K.
How much the other one?
2070 Super is 500. And I think that's pretty much like, if you want to get any of these cards, that's the cards to get for the price.
That's performance for price this gen.
Yeah, that's like the best card right now for the price. 2080 is fucking garbage.
For the Founders Edition, most of the time, the third-party ones are going to be cheaper anyway. So you probably be able to get it for around 450, 460.
So although I don't know, is that you need to know your shit to know
Yeah.
which graphic card you're gonna buy, basically.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, I remember, I missed the days where it used to be you got a line of cards, and then the last one in that series got the Titan. It made sense, and it was easier to comprehend. You're like, okay, I get this card. I know if I get this card, it's weaker than that card. We go from the 960 to the 70 to the 980 to the Ti. Like all those cards that were ahead of it were stronger than the previous one. Makes sense, right?
Mhm.
So, and then it wasn't until the 1000 series where they started like abusing it, and we found out that like you got a 1060. Why even get the 1060? You could just grab a 980. Like it's so, I just don't understand their scheme. I think they're just abusing the fact that they got the monopoly and AMD and doing shit. The AMD just need to get it together, man. I need AMD to give them some competition out here, cause
So for everyone wondering, okay, we'll just tell you right now. So in the 1000 series, so think of it, in the 900 series, there was a 960, 970, 80, 90, no, not 90, 80 Ti and Titan. That's it. In the 1000 series, there is the GeForce 1030. There's the 1030. Oh, yeah, there's the 1030 DDR4 edition, the 1030 non-DDR4, the 1050, the 1053 gigabyte, the 1050 Ti, the 1063 gigabyte, the 1065 gigabyte, the 1066 gigabyte, the 1066 gigabyte GDDR5, the 1070, the 1070 Ti, the 1080, the 1080 Ti, the Titan X, and the Titan XP. That's 1000 series right there.
yo, that's a lot of cards, yo. Like,
More than twice the amount of the 900 series. That's it.
yo, they made a 1030. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 1030, two 1030s.
That's why. Like, see, they abuse the market.
It was two 1030s, three 1050s, including TI, four 1060s, two 1070s, two 1080s, including the TI, a Titan X, and a Titan XP. And all this happened within about, I think, 2 years.
That's ridiculous.
So from 2016 to 2018.
And then they wonder why the 2000 series flopped out the gate. Completely flopped.
And a lot of these cars had a lot of overlap too. The 1070 Ti, if you overclocked it, hit 1080 performance. The 1080 Ti wasn't that much more powerful than the 1080 regular. So there was a lot of overlap, and I think people saw that. And with the 2000 series, people were just like, "This is BS."
So at the end of the day, buy the cars, Joe. Just
No,
kidding.
by the
Yeah,
cars
just
that you won. And
Remember, so all those cars took over 2 years, right? It took about 2 years.
I know.
And in less than 1 year, they released Okay, the 1600, the 1660, the 1660 Ti, the RTX 2060, the RTX 2060 Super, RTX 2070, 2070 Super, 2080, 2080 Super, 2080 Ti, and the Titan RTX. In
Shit.
1 year, this is 1 year with the graphic card.
Yo,
Not
that's
even a year, not even a year. We haven't even hit year until about August, I believe. August or September. They've already released almost half the amount of cards that the 1060 had in less.
I could barely hear you, Kenny.
I, yeah, I would say tread with caution when it comes to these cards. The eye out for the 2080. That's probably going to be
Yeah, your
the
voice
longest card
keeps
out there.
feeling
Keeps
fading
cutting.
away.
you're cutting off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting off.
That's Google Hangouts for you guys.
But yeah, just
Yeah,
tread with caution. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So Nvidia ripping off people since when?
I've been dying for AMD to come out with some hot shit, but they just keep disappointing me.
Exactly. So today, AMD came out with was it 50 the AMD. Let me see what the name of these are. 5700 and the 5700 XT. You know what happened? It's a blower style card, which means it gets hot easily. The graphics are fucked up right out of the gate, so you're not gonna get the performance you pay for, and they're getting their asses spanked. And right before these cards came out, they reduced the price by $50 because forced them off the market. So AMD is in a bad spot. I have a feeling they're holding something back for August though. I wouldn't buy these 5700 XT cards. They're not terrible cards, but
However,
for the price, I would say to just go with one of the supers. It sucks. I know I said be careful with those cards, but if you really need a graphics card, go with the super over this. Most likely the 570. If you need the 560, get the 560. It's that 2060, my bad. The 2060, get the 2060. It's sad. Or you can just get like a 1080 if you can find it, 1080 to 70. You probably do the job too.
Nah, don't get 1080s. Just get a 1070, yo. Yo, I have a 1080, and then there are some games that I just can't play because the video just won't up the fucking drivers. Like it's so annoying, yo. It's so fucking annoying.
Yep.
Like I had to drop Gears of War 4 because it kept crashing because Nvidia would not update those drivers. And it's like, yo, what are you doing? Like stop releasing shit and just fix your drivers. Like fix shit that you already have out, then release stuff. But they don't give a damn.
they just
Yep.
lazy. They just saying, "Oh,
When,
can you
when you got a monopoly, bro, when you
So
have
at the end of the
monopoly,
day,
you don't care.
those people who actually start caring about those issues itself will eventually win the market. Is what it is. Because people have a lot of issues with AMD cards and Nvidia.
Right.
Who else is like out there like trying to compete against them?
Yeah, that's about it. Intel said they're going to. I wouldn't put
Nah,
them out.
I don't. I would never trust Intel with graphics cards.
Yeah, so if you really, Nvidia pretty much has a monopoly, but because the 2000 series flopped so hard, AMD had an opportunity to come back. I hope this is not the opportunity they're taking, but it forced Nvidia to drop the price of their cards. If you can see, because it shows you like they could clearly offer those RTX cards for cheaper, they just chose not to.
Yep.
So right now the 2070 is probably the best card to get for the money.
The Super, right?
Yeah, the 2070
Yeah.
Super.
Because the 2070 Super is pretty much what the 1080 cost when it came out.
Actually, the 2080 is like I think it's all moved up $100. Because
Yeah.
the 970 was about $400 when it first came out.
I'm about to sell my 1080 and gave me a 2070.
So I would so it might be it looks like the 2080 Super or the 2070 Super might be the card to get because right now the prices are pretty good. They're not the best, but they're still pretty good. And then the 2070 and 2080 also gives you ray tracing and it's reliability, which means even down the future kind of pop in another one and use the profile editor.
Yeah.
So it's really right now AMD kind of dropped the ball on this one. Again, actually.
I'm gonna stay far away from the 80s because I had a terrible experience with 1080, like I said earlier. The 2080s, I'm not gonna trust it. Just look at it; they're not that as great as they're better. You might as well get the 2070. I'm gonna just
That for some strange reason, that card has not
oh
been.
you sound low.
Yeah, really low.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why it keeps cutting you off, but at the end of the day, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So for yeah, so I don't know why the 2080 Super has not made an appearance yet. I have a feeling they're trying to like deceive some people by leaving it off the market, maybe bait some people to get 2070. It is so they could like want to upgrade later. Oh, but yeah, I would. If anything, if not the 2070, like if you're willing to spend more than $500, hold off until 2080 Super. It's really the best one to get.
2080 Super.
Yeah, if you're willing to spend more than if you care about RTX and you want to spend more than $500.
Oh, okay. So it is what it is with these new video cards. Um, I'll probably
Wait, wait,
update
wait,
mine.
wait. Josh is not. You can't hear Josh.
Uh,
Nah.
No, we can hear him.
Nope.
I can.
we're having technical issues right now. I guess Hangouts. You're gonna have to move out from Hangouts.
Oh, here we go. Well, it's not Hangouts. It's my computer.
Okay.
It put my mic. It put my mic down for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Ken
Yeah.
is the same thing.
My bad, y'all. We just having technical difficulties. What I was gonna say is, watch what they're gonna do. They're gonna have the super, and then later down the line, they're gonna be like, "Here's the Super TI."
Sure.
They're going
Yeah.
TI Super TI.
Could you know what that means, right? I have a feeling a year or so, maybe in a couple months, you're gonna see the Titan Super.
Oh God, I,
I,
hope
I
not,
guarantee
bro.
you, it's probably gonna be like the Titan RTX Super or something like that.
This just shows that they have featured cars. They just don't want to release them.
Yeah, yeah. Because I said the 1000 series was a travesty. They like normally the way it works is that it's the Titan is the maximum, right? They cut it down and they make it the 1080 Ti. They cut it down, they make the 1080. Cut it down and make the 1070. But last gen, the Titan X was already cut down. So the Titan that the first Titan they released was actually a cut down version of what would then become as the Titan XP. And the Titan 8, the 1080 Ti was a cut down of the Titan XP. And so you really end up the 1080, which should be usually 2 positions removed from the top, was now 3 or 4 positions removed from the top, which is usually where the 1070 should have been. So in reality, the performance you would have gotten for that for the name of that card was actually lower than what it usually is. And so they kind of abuse, but that's what I'm saying. They abused all these Titan names for that very reason. Because like I said, the 1070 Ti, if you overclocked it, would reach to 1080 performance, and it's just like it's just ridiculous. Like that's how many cars they were releasing, but that's how much BS they were throwing out on the market.
Yeah, they make all these releases just make things so confusing and convoluted.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whoever's listening to this is probably like, "What the fuck is they talking about?" All these damn cards are just like, "Why? What's the point, man?"
Yeah.
But
Just buy the best one and be happy.
but that's so hard to decide.
Yeah, it's hard, but you gotta do your homework. If you're gonna invest money on something,
Yeah, want a good card, 27.
that or if you're one of those rich people who have the money to just invest, go buy one for a Best Buy. It's already being made for you. Even though we all know that you could buy one for cheaper and you can make one yourself. It's cheaper. Those people. Those people who are willing to put like 3K, 5K on a computer just for gaming because they have the money instead of just like doing their due diligence and building one for themselves.
Oh, you mean just buy a build?
Yeah.
What is? Oh, you mean to cut the confusion out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Nah, don't buy builds, bro, guys. That's a waste of money.
Yeah. Everyone knows that. But I'm just saying, if you those people who have the money and don't want to go through the whole hassle of learning, or then
don't be lazy.
Yeah.
Learn.
Be lazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's move to this game addiction article that we found on Game Informer.
I love it. I'm just gonna say, do you guys think you think addiction is prevalent in gaming? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so.
And why?
Because just like any other type of addiction, there's people who are addicted to gaming.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what makes
What do
it
you mean?
addictive?
Why? What makes it addicting? Not just
Make
like
the game
anything else.
interesting. You want to finish
If
to the
you're like,
end.
let's say, if you're addicted to pornography, right?
No.
Are you gonna consume that and almost on like very regular basis? And some people can get off from it. Just
I
like
actually,
gaming will be like something they do and they
yeah,
can't get away from it.
I might have to question your ideology when you just porn out of anything though.
What? What?
These porn addiction out of anything though, like
I mean, yeah. Like for example, just like the only reason why I brought that up is it's just so it's a fact
Two
of
D,
it's a
two
fact
D
of
over 3D.
no. It's a fact that people they need some kind of what's it for? It's like video games for people are the kind of
Escape.
escape
yeah,
reality, right? Where they could just go and forget about their issues or at least not feel the same way they feel in reality.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why I brought up porn because some people need that quick what's it called, feel good about. I don't know what it is with game porn.
Gratification.
Yeah, gratification, and that's something most people get from porn. Just like game addiction gives you that gratification for a long period of time, and that's why they
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Yeah, I agree. I think when it comes to video games, it's more of because like you take a look at real life, right? Let's say you go out, you get a job, or you don't get a job, whatever. You work your ass off, and you find out, hey, my boss has a cousin or has a nephew. And he's just going to promote him to the top without having any experience,
yeah.
despite the fact that you worked really hard. In a video game, if you work really hard, you get rewarded for it. You're rewarded for putting hard work into the game. In real
Unless you play
life,
free to play games.
unless you play free to play games. But in real life, that reward could just be it could elude you because you're
Uh-huh.
like, yo, I just busted my ass for 20 years, and this guy just came up because he knew the right people, or he just happened to graduate from college when I didn't, or something like that. And so people could really want to even other things in life too. Maybe things are happening in the home and the family, whatever. A lot of people they go to video games to like as a portal to kind of escape into when like their life can go bad. And then but once you get like kind of hooked to that, like once you build up like an emotional attachment to it, um eventually you start putting it over everything else, and that's like when it starts to become an addiction because just like go outside, like now I'm gonna play this game, or like go to sleep,
Mhm.
now I'm gonna play this game instead, and stuff like that.
So
Yeah,
it starts affecting their lives in general, like
Right.
it's
mostly.
only bad if you're not handling your responsibilities and whatnot.
Right. I think that's when it becomes an
Yeah.
addiction. Like when
Yeah,
there's other things you have to do and you're not doing it in favor of playing games.
yeah. Because there are times where you're in a game and you're like so into it, you want to play more games.
Right.
Like to me, I don't feel that's addiction. That's just like you just enjoying the experience.
Right.
Like you said, I think addiction is more the fact if you got to go to work, I'm gonna call out and play games all day.
Right.
Or I gotta pay these bills. You know what? I don't even care. I'm just playing these games all day.
Right.
Then that's when you're like addicted to the game. But
Right.
there's times where I don't feel like doing shit. I just want to play these games. Not that I'm
Yeah.
addicted, but like something you just gotta relax and shit.
Yeah, you have to draw that distinction because it's just like, how do you know if like someone is like not working hard in the game to become like a pro player or something?
Yeah, yeah,
You have
like
to,
yeah,
right,
yeah, like you're addicted when you're just playing games. You're not eating. You're not showering. You're just there. Like that's addiction. Like that's
right.
it.
Yeah, you put it over everything.
Yeah. So I think, but do you think it's an issue though?
It is an
I think, I think,
issue.
I
It's
think,
a
I think it's gonna
it's
become an
a
issue.
yeah.
I think as games advance,
It,
it's gonna be more of an issue. Like especially when you get into like virtual reality games.
Oh
that's
hell
gonna be
yeah.
Like yeah, like that's when it's gonna start getting like super crazy. I think that's probably why like it's starting to get crazy because games are starting to become so immersive
Yeah.
that it's like it can actually offer you. Because there are some people like I remember reading about this was that there's some people who are just like, nah, I don't want to get a girlfriend. I have my virtual girlfriend in VR.
oh
Yo,
man.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just
Sad.
Man.
It's sad.
yeah, and so it's just like and then there was this whole issue in Japan where people were trying to like marry their DSs and shit.
No, married their
And
phones,
so
their white
yeah, and
phones.
so
Hey,
right,
shit.
exactly, because
Yeah,
they made a
like,
wife in the game, and then they were like, "Yo,
Oh
I'm gonna
no,
marry her" and
remember
all that
the
stuff.
pillow wife? That someone
Yeah,
got married to a pillow wife.
yeah,
it's
or the
got
pillow.
yo, it's gotten crazy where they're making VR porn
Yeah,
and they have like a fake doll that's like that acts like that. It's like it feels like like the game. So
The
whatever you
actual
feel in the
person.
real, feels like that's what you see in the game. I'm like, bro, what the hell are we going? It's gonna get crazy when we get to the point when and if we get to Ready Player One status.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the question, right? Because it's just like because the more human you make machines, right? You gonna it's gonna be harder to tell like what are you addicted to this machine or are you actually falling in love with it? You get what I'm saying? Because it's just one of those things where it's just like it's a machine, but it's so human. It might give you like enough of that emotional attachment where you're just like, yo, I'm falling in love with it. But then like deep down, everyone's like, what are you doing? That's a robot. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's gonna be like it's gonna be pretty interesting going forward. But yeah, I think as it gets more immersive, that's where you're gonna start seeing the problem pop up more
Yeah,
and
I'm
more.
telling you right now, it's gonna be lit when we get to the point. I want to be alive when we get to Ready Player One status.
I feel like this
You're
topic
not gonna be there
only
for sure.
affects more to the
Yo,
kids
that
than
shit's gonna be
adults.
Nah,
fire.
bro. Like with the kind of process that we're going through, we're not going that fast to get there,
To get the yo,
bro.
we have been advancing so fast
Not so
that
fast.
are you
Yeah,
serious?
pretty fast. Yeah, pretty fast.
Not
Yo, in
so
the
fast.
last 10
I mean,
years, we
I
went from
mean,
no
the
phones to
attempts has been
smartphones.
there. The attempts has been there, but you obviously the
Yo,
technologies.
bro, look, in the last 10 years, we went from having no smartphones to having computers in our pockets.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Like that's advanced. Like technology has been advancing really, really fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Yeah.
20 years ago in the 99, yo, what we had was dial up, shitty. We were watching stuff in 2040p, playing games in 2040p and shit. Now we playing at 4K games, watching movies. Well, sooner or later we're gonna watch movies in 8K. Like it's been crazy. The last 5 years, technology has been advancing too.
Yeah.
Like we got screens and monitors that can fold and whatnot, and it's crazy. Like it's
Yeah, yeah. Probably you will see it. You probably will see some
like
form of it, not
I don't
perfection.
know. I don't know if we'll ever get to Ready Player One status, but we're gonna be somewhere in that realm where we can like jump into a game and whatnot, but not like that where like you're so immersed in. I don't know. I mean,
Nah,
I
I don't
could be
think so.
wrong, but
Yeah.
man, if we ever do, that's gonna be lit.
Maybe Code Lyoko status.
Corleogo, yeah, maybe Corleogo status.
Yeah. Like maybe you don't move, but maybe you know you're still doing it with your brain.
Yeah, like when you're moving with your brain, that's when things don't get lit like crazy.
Yeah.
So other things that this article point out is the fact that if you do start like saying that there's such thing as game addiction, then people are gonna chastise the fact that oh, see, told you that games were bad for you,
Nah,
or
they can
mm,
lick it, man.
yeah,
Yo,
I'm just saying that's the problem right now because some people
yeah,
do need
like,
help, right? And if you want to get a tape, people who are insured through insurance companies, enough for them
But
to
the
get the
most of
proper
this
medical
article,
help.
it's just gonna be for the kids. Kids who could get anger or don't want to get out or addicted to the game.
No, no, no. I'm just
They're still
saying,
in the house.
if you do declare such thing as a game addiction, for it to be treated through healthcare insurances, because people right now there's no such.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, there's no such thing as healthcare coverage for game addiction because it's not even considered a disease or a problem, right?
Yeah.
So in order for it to be covered, then people, I guess, just the program, not the program, but the actual groups who determine that, they have to come out and say, oh yeah, there's such thing as game addiction, and now your insurance company is gonna say, okay, we could cover that because it's a health problem, psychological game.
this shouldn't be like a video game addiction section. They should just put it under the whole addiction section. Like just and like have like how you have like different like a sub layer and stuff.
Yeah.
Have it be under addiction. Don't have it be a separate thing.
No, I think that's what he's saying is that if you classify it as video game addiction, that people are gonna attack it saying, see, video games are bad for you.
Yeah, I know. Because even now they're saying that playing video games is a mental disorder and
But see,
shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
but that's the thing, though. It's just that this is going to be one of those problems that are unique to video games. Just like I said, when you make books, you're ruining the environment. When you
Uh
make
huh.
movies, you use up a lot of electricity. It's just one of those things where it's just, oh, it's going to be one of those things that are unique to video games. Because, like I said, if someone comes up and says, "Hey, oh, you know, video games are bad for you. Look at that. They're causing you they causing mental problems. Just turn at them and say, look, books. I shouldn't read books either because it's killing me with climate change. So it's just like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
shouldn't watch
yeah. The
movies.
article points out.
Movies will mess up my eyes.
Yeah,
yeah,
the article points that out too. Like there's not sufficient research that could say that there's such thing as a game addiction or a psychological disorder with games in general. Most people said, "Oh yeah, if we're going to classify something as a game addiction or games in general becoming addicts for people, then we're gonna have to have more research based on different individuals that play games in general." Because people, the research that are out there, they're saying there's such thing as game disorder. Psychological disorders with gaming. Uh, they only point out a certain individuals that have a problem with that, and they
yeah,
kind of classify the whole group as, oh, see, this is why games are bad, right?
yeah.
And people say, no, that's not a fair argument to make because you don't have done a huge
Yeah,
research
because
based on a huge group of people who do that.
this is the thing about addiction in general. I think there has to be like a clear definition of what that means, especially when it comes to video games, because a lot of people take a look at like cocaine or
Heroin,
like ecstasy or heroin. The
utopia.
vast majority of people who take those drugs, they don't get addicted to them. Like there are people in this world who could just do a line of coke and then
Yeah,
walk around like there's nothing wrong with them. It's just a few select people who do get addicted to them that that ends up like people going, oh, see, look how bad it is. This person screwed over his family. But the thing is, you have to have like the how do you say mental development, I guess, that's more allows that addiction to take place in the first place. And so it's just like if most people are not going to be addicted to video games, it's just not
Yeah,
true.
there's plenty of
yeah,
arguments
like
where.
Uh,
Go ahead.
yeah, but some will be. Doesn't mean video games are bad.
No, yeah.
But I think what they have to do is have to sit down and have to look at addiction as a whole, because most people when they think addiction, they think it's like a physical need in the mind, like it replaces some kind of endorphin, so you got to get the high, you need a higher high, blah blah blah. They think they need. I think they need to look at the kind of addictions there can be, and then sit and determine what a video game addiction looks like. Because just because you can get addicted to something doesn't mean you're gonna get addicted in the same way as you
yeah.
would for something
'Cause
else.
I was gonna say bring something up. Like when it comes to the video game addiction, I don't think it's video game addiction in a sense. Like if someone is deciding to not do any to not do anything with their life and just play games, if video games weren't in there, they would have found something else to take up their time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the fact that games are the ones that are being addictive. You know what I mean? I don't think that's what it is exactly. Because when it comes to addiction, that means like you cannot live without this. That's what addiction is. You know what I mean? When you get
Or
addicted,
at least that's the feeling you have.
yeah, like that's because usually that's what happens with drugs, right? When you're addicted to drugs, your body's so used to it that
You cannot live
you
without.
cannot live without it. If you stop it, you go through withdrawal. That's addiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you stop playing games, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? You will be fine. And so that's why I feel like that it's not as okay. I'm repeating myself again. Okay, cool. There we go. I feel like it's not as deep. Can you mute yourself real quick? I feel like that it's not as deep, because the people have been like not people, but like the higher ups, whatever, whoever the hell you want to call them, I've been so against games since the dawn of time. Video games since the video game spawn. They'll do anything or just make any bullshit up just to say, "Yo, video games are bad. Video games are this and all that stuff." At the end of the day, to me, it's bull. If there's ever really a video game addiction, I would love. I wouldn't want to see it, but
You say I would love to.
I want some proof. Like I want some concrete proof of someone really, 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 really being addicted to video games.
I mean, that's why the article came out saying, yeah, there's need to be a lot of research done in order for it to prove games in general
Yeah,
provoke an
It's an
addiction to people.
addiction, yeah.
But
there
because
is-
because an addiction is something that will make your life more shittier because you're playing or you're doing certain things, right? In this case,
Yeah.
drugs do that, and people are trying to prove that games do that. But in this case, there's also arguments and articles and other type of researchers where, games actually help you out.
Right.
You do that all the time, right? Where you, Kenneth, when you tell me, oh no, actually, games make you. What was the argument you use?
Oh yeah, game people who play video games usually have more um, cognitive. What do they call it? It's it's this like I forget the word. It's a very simple word to where there's a lot of more cognitive activity than people who read books or watch movies. So it actually people who play video games a lot tend to be I can't say smarter, but along those lines than people who read
I
books
thought it was a
or
multitask,
movies.
right?
And that too, and gives you better motor skills.
More skills, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I understand the multitasking part because you got to do multiple things.
yeah. Not only
Especially
that, but it incorporates a lot of things. Like if you play an RPG and you read everything through it, it's like reading a book.
yeah,
At the same time watching a movie. So you're doing a lot of things when you play a video game. It's not just a video game.
like there's a lot of things involved in it. Let's say
Right.
we're gonna use the RPG right now. RPGs that let's say we're talking about Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon, Zelda, um,
Mario.
no, Persona. Those games you got to read a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of reading.
But not only
And
that, but you gotta solve puzzles.
yeah, that's how I was gonna get to that. You got to read a lot, but then you also have to think because you got to solve puzzles. And some of the puzzles are really really challenging. So it's actually putting your brain to good use. You're actually using your brain to get through something. You know what I mean? And it's also like watching playing a movie. You know what I mean? So you get that experience too. So you get a lot of experiences in one. You get like reading a book. You get movie experience. You get to interact with the game, which is something else that makes that sparks your creative juices too. So there's a lot of benefits to playing video games. Um, and I just don't understand like when people say, "Oh, you play too many games, go watch a movie, go read a book." It's like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
just
yeah.
different medium. Like it's just
Yeah.
a different medium.
Yeah,
Like,
different
oh,
medium.
this guy ain't smart. He don't read books. Yo, this RPG I just played probably has more pages than the book you just read.
But not only that, which is actually funny, if they tell you to go read a book or watch a movie, they're actually telling you to be worse than what you are now.
That too, but they're not gonna
Yeah.
believe that. They're not gonna believe that shit.
Yeah. Will you make that same argument for other? Like, are all games like that? Are
Of
the
course
mo- the
not.
well majority of games? So then people will make the arguments. Like, okay, but it's not like Fortnite gives you that kind of perspective.
But it does increase your motor skill. So yeah, at the very least, a video game gives you motor
Yeah,
skill.
that's it.
Yeah.
Any game would increase your motor skills. Yeah,
Yeah.
and every game you play will also increase your way of thinking too.
Right.
But then people will use that kind of. Oh, so if you do that a lot, is that good?
Yes.
Yeah,
No. I mean, like, to a certain extent, that it starts fucking up with your life, responsibilities and whatnot.
but at
Yeah,
that
of
point,
course.
you're not addicted when you're doing it. You just do
Yeah.
something a lot doesn't mean you're addicted.
No, when
Yeah,
you
it's like that. If you're like that guy in Korea who's literally just sitting in the cafe for like 2 weeks until he died,
Yeah,
that's addiction. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But if you're like that person who's just like, yo, I just like play video games 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
because even me, like at times I play video games a lot. Like when I play Persona 5, I played it for 8 hours a day.
Oh my god. Persona
But
Q is like
but
forever.
after I finished Persona 5, I was just like, I'm not gonna play another video game for a couple months.
yeah, you got burned out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like so it happens. There's sometimes when you just play games for so long, you're like, damn, I think that's enough. I'm burned out. You go
Yeah.
out and do stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say like you have to be able to. I think this is why, unlike a lot of other addictions, you need more research because you have to determine who's doing it because they're addictive versus who's doing it because they're trying to get good at it, or who's doing it because they want to power through it, who's doing it because they like the story. Like you know what I'm saying? You have to make sure you separate all those categories to
Yeah.
see is this person playing it for a long time for already because it's a serious issue or because they just happen to like the game or like what they could get out of the game.
Yeah, they need more of an experiment around
You know,
there.
it's very complex. The issue itself is very complex to
Yeah,
come with a specific determination of what's going on.
yeah,
I think that just like you said, or just like the article points out, there need to be more research done about gaming in general, gaming and the relationship with people, and the kind of communities and the kind of people who play games,
right.
and was the time that people uh, devote to playing video games and whatnot.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, but there's also overlay too, right? Because it's like if you see a streamer playing a video game for, you know, 8 9 hours, it doesn't mean that streamer isn't addicted.
yeah,
But
yeah,
are you gonna say they're not working? You get what I'm saying?
that's
So it's
basically a job.
like
Well,
right. So it's
some
just
people,
like how do
someone.
you reconcile that? Like that's where the difficulty comes in because it's just like you have to be able to tell who's actually addicted from who's just doing it for other reasons.
Yeah. So even if they do 24-hour streams, doesn't mean they're addicted. You know, they get
Exactly.
like that's if you're getting paid for it, like you're doing it, you're working at that moment. You know,
Yeah.
I still think those who do 24-hour streams are crazy, but that's just me.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
But I mean, that's why I think some people in BuzzFeed did that as a challenge, not as a oh you could do this for your rest of your life. It's more like can I do a
Yeah.
24 hour streaming nonstop?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
obviously, it did have some toll on their physical and mental
Yeah,
capabilities and whatnot. But
you rest.
yeah, because they 24-hour fucking live stream. Some
Yeah.
people did it for a month or a couple months. So it's
Yo,
like,
I've been up. The longest I've been up was 30 hours. And when I went to that bed, I knocked out in 0.039 milliseconds. Like I
Yo.
was gone
Damn.
for hours, bro. Like it's no joke. No joke.
no, no. But obviously, it takes a toll on everyone. I can't play more than probably 4 hours. Like if I'm having fun, then I'm sure I won't be able to track time. But even back in the day when I used to be in like my peak days of playing
Modern Warfare.
GameCube and whatnot, I used to play for 5 4 hours, and after that I would just like burn out. It's like, okay, I can't do this anymore.
I could play for days, dude.
But that's just normal. That's the normal people.
Yeah,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like people
how it is.
only do certain things for a certain amount of hours. Just like people who go and do a job, you can do that for for 24/7.
Yeah.
I mean, only unless you're a slave or something. But that's why there's
Even
hour ships.
even slaves can't do that for 24/7.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you're a slave, you cannot do anything. They own you.
Okay.
But yeah, but that's the concept of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I know.
can
I know. I
understand
know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I was just be funny.
yeah. So what else do you guys have to say about this?
That's kind of it.
Yeah, I got enough to say
Yeah.
about it. You know,
More research about it. Like
What game?
Like-
Okay, what games you will consider to be addicting,
Pokemon.
if anything?
Pokemon.
multiplayer games.
Multiplayer games.
Yeah, games that
People could
Social.
play. Yeah.
games that reward you for leveling up and then maxing up your character and stuff like that. I can say that can get addicting,
Yeah.
or maybe like
Story modes.
Call of Duty back in the day where like you had to prestige or go max
Oh,
prestige.
yeah.
You know, people will want to get to that level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You
think
can still
that
do that,
will-
but
I think that I stopped, but that will entice a person to keep playing more. But is it addiction or are they trying to meet a goal? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right.
It's a little hard over that fence.
I think any game that has like social interactivity, that's those are going to be pretty big ones. I would even argue that games where they're like theoretically infinite amount of builds, like Monster Hunter kind of stuff,
You
where
mean
it's like
different accesses, different swords?
yeah, we can have like like millions of combinations,
Yeah.
like where it's like never really ending. I think
Yeah.
those games can be addicting, but other than that,
Minecraft.
it depends on the
Minecraft,
person.
just
Yeah,
rebuilding like new things, new design.
yeah, exactly. There's no set into it, so it's like I think those kind of things. Yeah, but other than that, I can't see. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. Technically, anyone can be addicted to anything, but
Yeah, you could be
But,
addicted to life. Is
I
that
think
bad?
just like a hobby. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm addicted. There's only one thing I'm addicted to. and that's life. So
Shut up. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Man. I mean,
yo,
do you have any
Hasbro,
other
this is your guy right here.
choice?
Hasbro, this is your guy right here. He said he's addicted to life. You should give
Yeah.
him a life supply
Give
if
him a
you're,
life.
if you're a
All right,
game.
Josh is about to get a sponsor. Yeah, finally. Either way, that was our last article of the day, and basically we're done, guys. Thanks for staying up. Listen to the whole podcast. This is episode 4. I'm out. Peace. What about you guys?
Dan, you are really quick to dip, bro. What's up?
I need to go. I am tired of this. I'm not be addicted
Yeah.
or else.
Oh, this man's just say, okay, that's it. All right, we out. Then I didn't even spark a conversation. This man just like
What
out.
kind of conversation?
Leave
I
a
already had.
comment
I
and
already
He was-
said. I already said
subscribe.
everything I had to say today.
Good boy was like, yo, business is done. I'm out. Forget everybody.
Before you start talking about your game addictions.
Nah, yo, that's crazy. Yo, Ray don't love y'all. You don't love nobody, Ray. That's cool.
I don't know nobody. This is why I don't have a following.
Don't be so bad on yourself, yo.
Come on,
All right,
you could be better.
Okay.
all right, so we out. We out of here.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, favorite.
I'll see you guys in the
Spam.
next podcast.
Yo, hold on. There is no such thing as favor on you.
Actually, give your favorite comments, but it's cool.
No, you liking comments. It's not favorite.
No,
comments.
yeah, you can favorite comments. I favor them.
You don't favor. You like.
Yes.
You love.
No, you could
It's a
like
heart.
them, and you can favor. Oh, why you want me to have a conversation with us?
That's not a favor. That's a heart. You love them. That's not
It's
favorite.
still a favor.
It's not favoring.
Yeah, it's
no,
like hard comments.
shut up. It's not favoring.
Same thing. Yeah. It's like when you
Yeah.
favor a link on here in the browser.
Like, comment, subscribe, favorite. Put your video response down.
Give
Oh,
us
snap.
a new topic if you want to talk about. Mention it
Oh, he
again.
brought it back, yo. Video response. Yo, I wish video response existed, man. Oh man. Now, those were the days, man. Like, when people used to go back and forth for video responses. Man, I was lit back in the day.
Yeah, just tell us why we're stupid in the comment section.
It's okay. Man.
Tell us why we're smart in the comment section.
All right. Let us know if Malagu made a bad argument today.
Like the color of our
usually.
skin. Put that in the comment section too.
Let us know how bad our audio was today. I'm sure we had a lot of.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was.
Or
bad.
Yeah, it was
crash.
today was kind of crappy.
Yeah. During certain parts, and these guys have shitty connections, so they're
Shut your bitch ass up.
It's it's whatever. but
You have
We'll
like
see
the
about it. We have
shittiest.
to
Like,
fix this. Anyways, we have to
you have
we
the
got
shittiest mics,
at least they can hear us.
shitty
So,
computers. No, they can hear my well.
at least they can
By
hear
now,
us.
they can hear me
You
well.
go watch the last
My
two podcasts. They cannot
my
hear
voice
go.
right now is clear
And
and
we'll see you
loud.
guys next week.
I getting people horny as I speak. Come on.
All right, right.
All right, now you cross the line.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
out of
cut
here. Follow me. Go follow my Twitch.
Well, follow us. The links are gonna be below.
Follow me, Dark
Thanks for
Areas.
checking us out, and until the next one, man. All
Ray, can you let people do their outro, bro?
What?
Yo, Aiden.
right, bye.
Malagu.
All right, that's it.
Dark
Bye.
Areas out. See you guys in the later.
All right, check out Elias. He's famous now.
Yeah, right. I try to be.
Check out Noob 3.
Malagu.
Whatever.